Hi there. In this video, I will walk through the derivative rules of trigonometric functions and solve some examples applying these rules. So first of all, we need to know just two main rules. If we have a function that is equal to sine x, the derivative is equal to cosine x. If we have a function that is equal to cosine x, the derivative will be equal to minus sine x. In addition to these two main rules, we need to know also if we have a y equal tangent x, its derivative is secant square x. I said that these are the main rules because we can determine this derivative applying these two rules. So let's solve some problems. If we have a function that is equal to cosine square x, so this function we can write it as cosine x square. Here we have a trigonometric function. In addition, we need to apply the power rule. So the derivative will be equal to, as a power rule we know, the power, we'll move it aside, 2 into cosine x, 2 minus 1, times the derivative of the cosine x, which is minus sine x. So here the derivative will be equal to 2 cosine x, and 2 minus 1, I can write it as 1 multiplied by minus sine x. So to simplify this function, y prime will be equal to 2 times minus is 2 multiplied by cosine x multiplied by sine x. And this is the derivative of this function. Let's solve another problem. Let's say we have a function that is equal to x multiplied by sine x. So here I have two functions, this x and sine x. So since we have two functions multiplied by each other, we have to apply the product rule. In addition, we have here trigonometric function. So the derivative y prime is equal to the derivative of the first function x, which is 1, multiplied by the second function as it is sine x, plus the first function, we write it as it is, multiplied by the derivative of the second function, which is cosine x. So the derivative is equal to 1 times sine x is sine x plus x times cosine x. And this is the derivative of this function. Let's solve another function that's a little bit more complicated. So here we have two parts. The first part, we have to apply the product rule. So y prime is equal to 2x multiplied by cosine x plus x squared multiplied by the derivative of cosine, which is minus sine x. So this here is the first part, whereas the second part, which is here, minus the derivative of sine x is cosine x. So here I just simplify this derivative. Y prime is equal to 2x cosine x minus times plus, I'll put it minus x squared sine x minus cosine x. And this is the derivative for this function. So previously I said that tangent, we can determine it from sine and cosine. Let's just see how can we find the derivative of tangent. So as we know, tangent is equal to sine x over cosine x. So here we can apply the quotient rule. Y prime is equal to the derivative of the top multiplied by the bottom so the derivative of sine x is cosine x, multiplied by the bottom as it is, which is cosine x, minus the top as it is sine x, multiplied by the derivative of cosine x, which is minus sine x, over the square of the bottom. So y prime is equal to cosine x times cosine x is cosine square x, minus times minus is plus, sine x times sine x is sine square x over cosine square x. So this one here, we have a rule for trigonometry, which is cosine square x plus sine square x equal 1. So this here, we can replace it with this cosine square x plus sine square x. So y prime is equal to 1 over cosine square x. As we know, secant x is equal 1 over cosine x. So that means y prime equal 1 over cosine x square. So here I just write the square outside within a bracket so that we can see that this rule, that we can apply this rule here. So y prime is equal to secant square x. And this is here the derivative of the tangent. I would like to solve one question, one more problem where we can apply the chain rule within trigonometric function. So if we have a function that is equal to cosine x squared minus x, so here we have cosine x, which I will call it the outside function, and we have x squared minus x, which I will call it the inside function. So applying the chain rule, y prime is equal to the derivative of the outside function, which is minus sine x into x squared minus x, multiplied by the derivative of the inside function, which is 2x minus 1. And this is the derivative of this function. I am Hatem Omari. Thank you for watching my video about the derivative rule of trigonometric functions. If there is something not clear in this video, feel free to watch it as much as you want. If you like it, please press like, and thank you.